Well, good morning, good morning. Today we have a pretty fun video planned for you. At least I think it's gonna be fun. So as many of you know, Sam and I actually met in Seoul back in...
Yeah, this is in March of 2012.
He remembers!
Long time ago, almost 5 years ago, so
today we thought it would be fun to go back to Itaewon where we met and recreate our first date.
We're literally going to do everything that we did on that first date. And we don't even know if all these places are still there.
Yeah,
so it's gonna be really fun. It's like retracing our memories and seeing if these restaurants, these places that we went to actually still exist. So.
All right, let's go have a romantic day together. Off we go. So now I'm gonna show you how it happened. I took exit 1 out of Itaewon, I believe, and somebody was waiting for me there.
This is exactly where we met. Time for a hug.
A hug, oh! And the funny thing is, Sam gave me the most awkward hug ever. It was like pat on the back.
You know, I don't believe that. I think you've been exaggerating that story for such a long time.
It was
just simply not true.
Pat on the back. So on our first date, we had Indian food.
Indian food buffet. And I have to get this, say this right off the bat. I'm shocked that this place is still open. Because as we've been walking around Itaewon, I'd say like maybe 50 to 70% of the restaurants have either changed or
been remodeled
or whatever. So we're lucky that this place still exists.
All right, let's dig into the buffet.
Now, let's go get a first plate.
So one thing I do remember about our first date is that we were sitting next to a guy who was super chatty, and since Sam and I had both traveled to India, we ended up talking to him more than we did to each other, which was pretty funny, and that was just happening over there.
That's so funny. That's so funny.
But anyways, let's dig into this. I got some chicken tikka masala and a nice curry over here. So I'm pretty excited. Didn't grab a knife, which might make this tricky. Let's start with the tikka.
How's that? Yum?
That's good Indian food. I haven't had Indian in a really long time.
I know. It's been months, maybe even a year. It's crazy. We normally eat Indian food way more often.
So next up on our date recreation, Sam decided to take me to a supermarket, a foreign supermarket. Really exciting stuff, guys. So we're gonna head there right now. So I know a supermarket sounds like a pretty weird place to visit on a first date, but to be fair, it's pretty hard to get international products here in Seoul. So I remember Sam actually wanted to find peanut butter, and today we weren't looking for peanut butter, but I wanted oatmeal so I can have this Quaker for breakfast. So
you're gonna be very excited for your breakfast the rest of our time in Seoul.
Quaker oats.
Look at that. Fancy. So that's a wrap from Itaewon, but our date continues. We're going by metro to Hongdae.
Yeah, because apparently we got bored in Itaewon. I don't know what happened that day. Hongdae, and for some reason we thought Dunkin Donuts would be a really nice place for a date, so that's where we went.
You know what? Now that I remember, we tried somewhere else first and it was completely full, so we ended up going to Dunkin Donuts. But now Dunkin Donuts is an Adidas shop. So both floors, the first and the second. So we're gonna have to find somewhere else to
coffee and donuts elsewhere. Let's go. So our substitute for donuts is going to be
Korean dessert. We're gonna have Sulbing.
Well, righty, let's go upstairs. Okay, since we couldn't find donuts or coffee, we settled on Sulbing, which is one of our favorite Korean desserts. Really tasty.
I wouldn't even say it's one of our favorites. I'd say it is our favorite.
The
Korean
favorite.
dessert. Let's be definitive here.
All right. So Sam, do you remember what we talked about when we were at Dunkin Donuts on our first date?
We were talking a lot about travel. I know that. We're talking about like the different places we had gone to. I think we talked a lot about our India trips because way back then, those were actually fairly recent trips for us. Those were like a year and a half ago trips. So. And
I also remember Sam was telling me about Bangladesh and Bolivia, and I was so impressed that he had gone there by himself. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, those are two of the more adventurous countries we've been to, and most recently Kyrgyzstan too. I've been. Well, okay, right. You haven't been to Bangladesh, of course, but you have been to Bolivia.
Yes, now I have.
But yeah, I would lump those in with Kyrgyzstan. Some of the more adventurous travel I've ever done in my life, definitely.
So we've already shown you this dessert before. It's the choco brownie cheesecake Sulbing. Ooh la la.
There's a reason we eat this a lot.
Yes, there is. So we finished the donut / Sulbing portion of the date. Next up, we ended up going out for waffles, but that's a little bit piggy considering how much we just ate.
Yeah, so we'll walk around Hongdae and show you a little bit what it's like.
Let's go. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed getting a little sneak peek at what our first date was like in Seoul.
Yeah, it was fun recreating that. I mean, I can't believe it's been 5 years, like, time just flies. It's incredible what we've been able to do in these 5 years, but at the same time, when you think back, like, wow, has it really been 5 years?
Aren't you lucky I agreed to go out with you again on a second date? Come on.
It turned out pretty good.
Okay.
So how about you guys? Like what, we want to know about like an important date. Your first date with a special somebody. Tell us how it went, where did you go, where was it, what kind of things did you do, how much of it do you actually still remember?
All right, more videos from Seoul soon.
Ta-ta.